Hello and welcome to the Friday Night Craft and Chill. I don't know if I have these volumes done correctly or not. I feel like I should raise this and lower that. Let's see, let's check. Yeah, that looks about right. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week. Yeah, we're going to be just working on a few things here. We're probably going to paint this that we put together last week. Looks like it got dinged up a little bit, but that's all right. Just a little bit of character there. And yeah, we'll probably also be doing a few other things, but you know, just a chilled out stream. Nothing too crazy. I finally put a second monitor back on this, and I kind of am feeling discombobulated. So let me move this over here and put this down here. Action Figs, Axion Figs, Ed, the Toylete Network, the man of many names, also known as the Sasquatch. How you doing, Ed? Ed, I was checking out some of these. You probably have some of these, I bet. You got any of these? Mark II? Man, I'm looking at these things, and it's... You know, you just can't beat the strength of injection molding. Stellar this evening. Awesome, man. I mean, look at this. You'd never do that with a 3D print. That's crazy how thin that is. It's kind of bold to make it that thin in the first place because it's definitely breakable, pretty easily breakable, but it's got quite a bit of resilience. You have one set, cool. Is it the A or the B? Do you remember? I feel like these would be good to paint, but you definitely have to prime them first. Very slick. Wish they were painted. I mean, the price, you couldn't possibly do that at that price. It was very reasonable. Mine is A, right on. Yeah, it was I bought him from him at DFW, and he's, you know, we're talking, and I was like, I don't know which one I want to buy. Which one's your favorite? And he's like, that's kind of a weird question. I've never had anyone, you know, ask me that before, I guess. You know, because I'm like, I don't know, whatever. I was just curious as to which one he might have enjoyed designing more. But, you know. So actually, from talking to Mark II, I've been playing with Fusion 360 the last week or so. And this is obviously something very small, but I'm going through a little lesson thing on it online. And I've obviously done other keyboards, but this one was actually done in Fusion 360. So a little different. There are things you can kind of do a little easier. I mean, you could definitely do them in Tinkercad. You just have to tinker with it a bit, like the rounded corners, and there's some roundedness in here that it's hard to tell on the camera, but we're going to be playing some more with that. Nolan, how you doing, Nolan? Nice to see you. Might as well get a base coat on these, because I'd like to do the detail painting, but it's going to take some time for everything to dry. So, Ed, I kind of wanted to paint these red. because of the you know, the Delta 17 figures. I was like, I haven't really done any red in a while, but I put it up on a poll on Instagram, and the people voted for the dark gray blue again, so we're gonna go with that. Jabalong, how you doing, man? You guys working on anything tonight or just hanging out? Definitely could have done something more with this door to make it less plain, so I don't know, maybe we'll see what it looks like when I'm done. Maybe we'll leave it plain, or maybe we'll do some kind of I don't know, something on there after. We'll see. Could at least do a red door. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Red door with the gray? I guess the red door does go pretty good with the gray. Yeah, we might do that, Ed. That's actually a good idea. I like that. We'll see. It's like my quiet rebellion. Isn't it crazy how just putting a color on it just brings it all together like that? It's just kind of wild sometimes when you look at the difference of before and after. It suddenly starts looking like almost like one piece of plastic or something, even though it's not plastic. Action Joe Figs, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming by. So is anyone in here a 1/18th collector? 1/18 only? Cool. Picked up my first Real American Hero Joes at DFW. Never owned any before. Action Joe Figs, did I see you at DFW? I can't remember. And sorry if I did. Did you order the Red Mesco Rumbler? What's up, Fat Red? How you doing? Running around recording? Right on, man. Yeah. There's a lot of people there. So, as a 1/18 collector, have you ever bought a third party like, diorama or playset or any of that stuff? That I noticed there's like people building bunkers and towers and all kinds of stuff now. I'm thinking about maybe doing a little bit more of that. Obviously, I'm doing the catwalk and the tower already. But I'm just thinking about some more stuff in 1/18. I know that if I do 1/12, it'll probably sell better, to be honest. But 1/18 is kind of has a certain charm to it as well. Enjoyed having all. Yeah, I really enjoyed DFW, that's for sure. Build a small diorama for my classroom. Teach Texas history. Very cool. Don't have a lot of room, so I haven't bought like big buildings, but I have a lot of small accessories and flat panel walls from Empire Toy Works. Okay, nice. I need to check out more of Empire Toy Works stuff. I mean, I'm familiar with the account, but not the stuff that he sells. That's the guy, yeah, that Fat Red was talking about. But I've seen him for a long time. I'm pretty sure I used to see him on eBay selling like wooden Star Wars like Tatooine buildings. And it stood out to me at the time, probably like a decade ago, because no one else was doing like wooden action figure buildings that I saw for sale anywhere at the time. Oh no, we got a little pull up there. What happened there? Alright, well, I'll address that in a minute. The big companies are in 112. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's something to that, Ed. I do, but a lot of the, I don't know, YouTube at least, people seem to be, like, the collecting community seems to be pretty focused on 112. I've over the years when I was doing more diorama commissions, I got occasionally a request for 1/18th, but it was mostly 112. Empire Toy Works is the godfather, right on. Timbo Toys. Here, let me take a few notes here. What do we got? We got Timbo. I'll take a look at. I'll go look at Empire again. What was that other one you just said? Accessories from Aegis Bazaar. Action Joe Figs, did you go to Chad's swap meet on Saturday night? How you doing, Eduardo? And if you would have met me, I would have given you one of these guys that I was handing out to everyone I met at DFW with the little memento on the back there that you can load your own custom graphics in the front. Yeah, I handed out 40, I think 39. I think 39 of these. Oh, had to leave early? Yeah, dude, I understand. Last year I was only there one day, and this year I made sure I took off the weekend because there's just something going on every day, you know? I did a pretty good job of having something to do almost all the time. Troy, 14 months, Troy. Thank you, Troy. That's awesome. What up, my dudes? Make their own stuff. Very cool. It's the problem with that, Fat Red, is it's bad timing. A lot of people's streams are in bad timing for me, actually, because I mean, I've said before, there's like a window of time that I spend with Mom each night. Like, I make dinner, I sit down with her, I watch the news a little bit, make sure she takes her medication, and get her, like, you know, chilled out for bed. And that's part of the reason why I stream so late at night, because if I try to stream in that window, I mean, occasionally I can do it, you know, like when we do Helladope, I'll like cut things short early, but it's easier when I keep on a routine with her. Left on Saturday afternoon to drive back to San Antonio. Right on. Yeah, the swap meet was really cool, for sure, and there was some cool panels on Sunday too. A nice, cool Diet Dr. Pepper. I don't think Eduardo does diet. I think Eduardo is a full sugar kind of guy, but I could be wrong. Did I glue that? I don't think I glued it, but we're just going to leave it like that for now. Ollie's Bar, yeah, there's some crazy stuff in Ollie's sometimes, that's for sure. If you've never been in an Ollie's and you just go in there for the first time, you might definitely get surprised at some of the things you find in there. Zero sugar diet, right on. Yeah, same old tired action figures no one wants. Sure, that's true until, where the heck did my screen go? What is going on here? That's true, unless you've never been in one before, and so you're used to either paying full price for all that stuff or just, you know, not getting it. So, you know, there's definitely going to be a few things in there you might want to pick up if you've never stepped in there before. Yeah, you never know. Never seen an Ollie's, but enjoy hitting Ross when I visit the States, right? So Ollie's, oddly enough, opened up in a lot of the old Toys R Us stores. So there's one right up the road here, and it is in our old Toys R Us. They didn't even change the floors. So you can see where all the old aisles were from Toys R Us. It still has like the carpet spot in the back where the baby section was. It's kind of depressing, actually. And I'm pretty sure some of those fixtures were Toys R Us aisles. They just moved around. This plastic piece definitely needed to be sanded or primed before I painted it, but we're just going to try and make it work. Might have to be a little bit patient to let the coats of paint dry on that in between fully and not try to rush it. Where's this connecting again? Okay, so that one's going right in there, right? So I guess we can do this. Empty Big Lots locations now, wow. Like what you did on the angle with the two walls meeting up. Thank you, Ed. Action Joe Figs. I went to Nashville and visited several Walmarts and Target, and it was a bust. There was nothing just like my local stores. Yeah, Ed, I almost did a right angle, and I was like, I'm kind of tired of doing right angles. Let's do something a little different. I think it's probably about a 45. I'm not sure. It might be a little... probably not. I don't know. Maybe close to a 45. If it's not 90 degrees, my brain, I get confused, so. Best Ollie's you've been to is Aurora, Illinois, huh? All right, Eduardo. Would Ollie's come out to the West Coast? Man, they'd probably go wherever. 135 degrees. Is that what that would be, Fat Red? I was just kind of thinking up this angle, which if that's 90, I don't know, it's close. Don't get me to line. I need to glue up some more of these as well and get those sent over to Ted and Aaron. Thinking the walls, yeah, I mean, sure, that's what you're looking at. It's just when I was cutting it, you know, I was like, yeah, right around there. So. I've been doing some rearranging in my area over here. I got back from Joe Fest or DFW, and I was like, man, I gotta do some organization. The lack of organization really affects my productivity sometimes. I don't have enough room to spread everything out, so I got rid of part of my old desk and took a chair out of my room, and I brought some more shelves in here from some other parts of the downstairs in the garage, and got some dioramas and stuff laid out on there, and put some more shelves up over there too. Just trying to get things a little more visible. Also, when I'm doing the catwalk playsets, I kind of need some shelves to lay all the parts out on, because I can't remember how many pieces, but I want to say it's like, well, hold on. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. About 20. 20, I feel like I'm missing one. It's about 20 pieces. So, yeah. It's nice to have a little room to spread them out on as you're waiting on the other parts to print off. Marvel Legends, yeah, $8.99, right? Scream, sure. I'll just cut here randomly. Yeah, it's kind of like that, Troy. Kind of. I mean, I was just thinking, I don't want that. Yeah, I like that. Did I pick up anything at DFW? Not much. I was showing it earlier. I got some of those. I don't know where I went from. They're over there. I've got a package of weapons from Mark II Designs, and I picked up a couple of the Praetorian Fury Valaverse exclusives. One for my friend. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. No, I think that's all I actually purchased. I got a lot of swag. Got stickers and stuff from everybody, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, I just went for the meeting people more than anything else. And some of the panels were cool too. The only piece of the set I'm missing is the Zanzibar monitor console. Well, we'll have these. We'll have these soon, and that's it's not exactly the Zanzibar, but I would say it's probably a little fancier. Picked up some 1/6 Joes and several Valaverse figures. Your Valaverse collection is growing. I mean, the guy is trying to do quite a bit, so. And the prices are, you know, pretty good, pretty solid. The amount of stuff that he packed in that exclusive box for that price is pretty good for you know, what things are priced these days. Who do we got? Briscoe. Where's Briscoe? There's Briscoe. What's going on, man? You know, Fat Red, I bought some of those glasses, but I got some different kind. It's the kind that fold down in the front and then flip up. I'm still getting used to them, but they work pretty good. I think we're putting this aside here. Could paint the back, but for expediency, I will not do that right now. Wait, is this? Yeah, this needs another coat right here. farming Moogle tomes in Final Fantasy XIV right now. Okay, wow, that kind of feels like a throwback. I love mine. What do you love, Fat Red? I'm lost in the sauce over here. Thinking about getting some of those oh, the glasses. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, they light up. You're right, Ed. You're right. It will definitely peel. As soon as I go to paint that, it's going to completely peel. So I'm going to try and avoid that spot. You know what? I said I was going to do it, and I never did it, and that's build like a little drying station right over here where I can put a couple little fans and just... I need to do that. I think that would be pretty neat. Really, I just need a little table with a fan next to me while I stream. That would probably suffice. A reasonably quiet fan. Briscoe. Briscoe, I used to play a lot of MMOs, man, but I spent way too much time with them. Way too much. I mean, look, I enjoyed it. But part of the reasons, or one of the large contributing factors to me starting up Random Diorama again in 2021, I think it was. After the hospitals, 2021, was I decided I wanted to do something more productive than the MMO I was playing. I mean, I was plenty productive in the MMO, but I was looking at it and I'm like, I had at the time one of the strongest characters on the server. It was a smaller game, and I was running a small clan or tribe or whatever you want to call it, and it was just like, man, if I would have put this time, the amount of time I put into that, into doing something, I would have had, like, you know, I was thinking like, man, the amount of hours I put way more hours into that per day than I did when I was really blowing and going with my Instagram page. It's just like, dude, I would probably be retired already if I could just focus my effort into something a little bit more productive. Time you enjoy wasting isn't wasted time. Yeah, well, that can be true if your financial obligations are met and everything's cool, but if they're not, then Final Fantasy XIV is the only game I play now because it... Yeah. Briscoe, I also found as I got older, I cared less and less about newer games. I like to find one that's comfortable and just jam on that one. That's what I did. And Fat Red, there's a place for leisure. For sure. But there's something about pouring all your energy into a digital world, and when you're lacking in some areas in the actual reality world. Not that I'm not. Obviously, I'm dwelling in reality, building little fantasy setups in science fiction here, but it's easy to get too far in with MMOs. I mean, I played a lot of hours. I think it was a contributing factor to me getting blood clot, honestly. Sitting on my butt so much. A quote from Fallout New Vegas, right on. That does have that sound to it. Ugh. When this is drying, I think... we'll put together a couple of these real quick. Right, Briscoe, that's the thing. The people. That's really the thing with MMOs usually, is the people draw you back in. So the one I was playing, which is Mystera Legacy, which is like a 16-bit looking sandbox MMO that is deceptively vicious because it's very open world. You can kill anyone. They've kind of made some safe zones in it now that didn't exist before. But it used to be when you died, you would drop like certain parts of your gear. You didn't know what you were going to drop. The way you level up in the game is so brutal because when you die, you lose a fair amount of your stats. And they have an interesting system. You can reincarnate and gain permanent stats, or you can ascend and gain levels. When you ascend and gain levels, when you die, you lose a lot, but you can get stronger quicker. When you reincarnate, you have to literally go all the way through leveling up to level 60 and then 61, 62. Your maximum level goes up 1 each time. And you have to go level up all the way through all your levels and then start again at level 0 with, like 10 skill points permanently in a spot that can't be lost. It's a crazy system. So you end up, going through this cycle, and it takes so much time to do that. And you basically do that so you don't have stat loss when you die in PvP or anything. But you can build your base on the world map, kind of like Minecraft style, and your whole tribe will live there, and there could be a farm, and you might do some crafting and stuff. But crap, it can be attacked at any time. So there would be like gangs of trolls or groups of people, usually younger kids, that want to just start a ruckus, and they will just raid you in the middle of the night. And it takes a long time, especially if you have things set up well, but it was nuts because the other people, the good people, would draw me in. You'd end up waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning getting blasted by alerts, having to try and help shore up defenses because some 16-year-olds in Brazil decided it was time to try and get all your loot. And all your stuff is stored on the ground in the server. So once they get in your walls, they can kind of get your stuff. Eduardo, it's the same. It's the same. The consoles, like the last game I played on a console was oh crap. No, that wasn't the name of the game. There's some glue on that. Well, we'll sand that out. The last game was Diablo 3. And when did that come out? 2 years ago, probably. I do like games with consequences, though. I don't like walled garden games for MMOs. I really liked I guess it was from Ultima Online, right? Playing Ultima Online made most of the other MMOs that came later not interesting to me. Like, I tried to get into WoW, but not being able to build your house like on the world map where other people can see it, just something about that was weird. And then the limited PK and stealing and all that, like, I don't know. There was something very realistic about the sandboxy games that they lost later, probably because too many people complained. Need to bring some more sandpaper in here. Hadn't touched the game since 2015, probably. Okay. I still have Final Fantasy XIV installed on my PS2 with when you used to get the old hard drive kit to go in there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can definitely get caught up in some video games if I started playing some. Oh no, we're out of super glue. Almost. Destiny and Fallout 76. Let me think. The last game I really got into that was on console, besides Diablo 3, which I beat it, you know, but I only played it for maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. Probably Overwatch. I played Overwatch online quite a bit. Yeah. But, you know, before that, I played a lot on 360. So I loved Gears of War. Gears of War 2 was good. We did, you know, like Dragon Age and Mass Effect and Mass Effect 2. What was another one that was like that? Well, Morrowind. Quite a bit on 360. Can't play games in the woods. You certainly can, Ed. They're just different kinds of games. Full contact capture the flag, yeah, or manhunt is pretty cool. We breathe soccer. Yeah, Brazil, I imagine you do. So Briscoe, did you ever have a chance to catch that last What-a-Funk stream? I meant to look at it, but I didn't have a chance. See what was said. I used to play Qzar, Fat Red, kind of laser tag game. What's going on, Gonzo? I need avocado green. Is that it? No way. No, that's not it. There it is. Ordered some army green filament and can't wait to try it out on some of my projects. So, what kind of printer do you have, Action Joe? And also, is it normal or did you manage to get some matte green? Man, I want to paint that plastic, but I shouldn't. What about? Nope. Nope. Two Elegoo and one Anycubic resin. Okay. Now, Ed will remember. You remember when I was doing those... oh, what the heck are those things called? Dummy 13 figures in that matte green. These guys. And that's the Bamboo Lab matte green. And I love it. I love it. I love the matte colors. I think I might even try doing some stuff like that's bigger, that's just totally uses matte colors. I haven't even tried to paint it, but I bet you it's easier to paint too, because it's, you know, not all slick. Forgot about the green dude, yeah. He's got the shield. Oh, the riot shield. I had two of them. Did I send you one, Ed? I feel like I sent one to someone. And if it wasn't you, it was probably Tet, and he's probably never even used the dang thing. Should have sent it to you if I didn't send it to you, but oh well. Or maybe he's in a box. I'm pretty sure I sent one to someone, though. A little Mod Podge? Yeah, it would. This is a little flat pack. Like, you know, printed out in a flat model on the printer. What are these called again? It's a W, right? Is it Wilson? Willie? Oh, man. It's the kind that can be broken down and put in a shipping container. I didn't get one. Willie's, there you go. I didn't get one. Probably Ted for a skit. He has been forgotten. He definitely has been forgotten. You got a few of those robots? Yeah, man, they're cool. They got them in all different configurations now. They have them like with armor and all kinds of stuff. He actually fits really good on that foam, you know, this thing that I made, I don't know, it's probably been over a year now, or maybe a year ago, I don't know. But I mean, like, he definitely goes with that vibe. Scale's pretty good. I have one in 1/6 scale, and it's vintage for my Joes. Oh, the Willies, yeah. Cool. Cool, cool. That's dry. That is not dry enough. Alright, what do we want the secondary color to be? Yeah, we'll do this gray. Dark gray. Tedward Teddington is a tightly wound spring. Ted is, Yeah, he just gets stuck sometimes. That's all. He does get quite a bit of stuff done. I mean, Ted is productive. I just think when he does creative stuff, he definitely gets in his own way a lot. Which is easy to do, honestly. What are you getting from Joy Toy, Fat Red? Yellow armored cyborg looking dude. Please let Aaron know that I'm not mad at him. Aaron is I think Aaron's got pretty thick skin. I want to paint that, but I'm not going to do it because of the nightmare I've created for myself. What about the box? Yeah, maybe we'll paint the box. Supposed to arrive in February. Wow. Next week. John's been saying that for about a year now. Yeah. I mean, I understand he was just trying to, like, you know, they're trying to change it up a bit, but I really liked the old format when they had the normal screen and everyone was on there, but obviously people have different things they got to do, and I was surprised he was able to get people to show up as much as he did. You know, not virtually, but in person for the streams. That's crazy to have, you know, that many people meet every week to hang out for the stream. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. When they did the games and stuff, yeah, that was fun. Well, and you could tell they were having fun for some of it. As time went on, they might have gotten a little bit more on each other's nerves. But at first, they were certainly having a good time. I mean, those 24-hour live streams were crazy. They owe us something for all the points we won. Maybe. It's like one of those things, you know, it's kind of like you want to go back to it. They should do a reunion every so often, even if they stop. Although I guess it's kind of hard because the audience might not jump on at all. Look, it's difficult when you're trying to stream to like 5 people or 3 people. You can do it. I mean, for me, it's not that big of a deal, although my stream is very small. There's usually more than 4 or 5 people. But if you have something you're doing like this, the interaction is nice, and it's great to have people hanging out. But you have something you're doing. But with what they were doing was a lot of stuff that depended on audience participation and back and forth. Yeah, it can be hard to keep going sometimes, though. I could see that, especially like they were having, like I said, you get like 3, 4, 5 people sometimes. It's a lot to coordinate and to deal with. You got snacks, that bathroom breaks probably. All kinds of stuff happening around them. I don't have any Vallejo, Ed, although I should have a little something more premium on hand. I have some Army painter, but it's not the standard. It's the speed paints. which would probably stick fine, but I don't really want to use that. I want something. I have their airbrush paint set too. Okay, I think I remember. I just got to do one swipe of the brush and then let it dry. Then one swipe of the brush and then let it dry. By the time you hit it the second or third time, the wetness from the paint is loosening up the previous coat of paint, making it come off with the brush. Troy with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Troy. Appreciate that. Briscoe, ants nitpicking. And thank you very much, Troy. If I didn't sound super enthusiastic, because my brain is floating. A&T's nitpicking, I think, really got on John and Chris's nerves, and Lex was just, yeah, conspiracy world for sure. John definitely got irritated and held it in, but he would just keep rolling with it. I think he's probably been, and A&T got irritated with John too, but they've probably been that level of had that level of irritation their whole life with each other, right? So it's nothing they're not used to, I'm sure. It seemed to change a bit when those girls joined for a while. I won't say much about. I don't know who you're talking about, Briscoe, actually. Or you mean in the chat? Hanging out in the chat? Troy brings the snack cash for sure. Gotta go now. Thanks for the conversation. Have a good night. You too, Action Joe Figs. You have a good night, man. Now we need to clean that. Oh yeah, very cool, Fat Red. That definitely goes with your Numa City you got going on down there. Definitely has the cyberpunk vibe. The girls that were in the chat that worked at Zoomies. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't think they had much of an effect on it. Like, they were just hanging out, but I don't know. Whoa, just hit the camera. Sorry about that. Box Cannons, what's up, man? Thank you. Yep, doing a little 1/18th sci-fi today. Haven't done anything in 1/18th like this before, so doing some. Let's see what that looks like. I have been getting a lot of comments on Instagram, especially asking for these bits. Both Fat Red and Ed have mentioned this to me before in the past that I should sell them, and people are like, dude, do you sell the bits? Dude, do you sell the bits? Dude, do you sell the bits? I had one guy say, you should sell a kit for 1/18th and a kit for 1/12th. One of the things, and Ed probably noticed it because I sent him some before, is that, you know, a lot of them are kind of damaged because when the laser is cutting them, they fall out and they kind of get scored on the back, and so they're not exactly perfect. They're kind of a pain in the butt, honestly, to pick up because they're so tiny. But I don't know. People are definitely asking for them. Just jack that up. That's all right. We'll touch it up. Yeah, Briscoe. Who knows, man? Who knows? Got hammered and communed with nature. Really communed. Yeah. Busy like always means I can still put food on the table, right? Sometimes busy is good. 100% going boating with friends tomorrow. Their boat, not mine. Who can afford that these days? That's the truth. Take care, Troy. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for the super chat, man. Next time we go up to the cabin, I'll bring some figs, Ed. Right? Wish they got more viewers. John really wanted to pump up the business end, which is understandable, but it's hard to sell stuff with the same people time after time. He found... Oh, on Whatnot? Yeah, I mean, I understand. He was kind of torn. Like, you could tell he wanted... He liked the hangout, and he liked the people that were in the chat, and he enjoyed that. And he liked the interaction and all that. But, at the same time... Was it really effective for marketing? Probably not super effective for marketing. You know, it just became a hangout. I think, like, some of the people in there were regular customers, and that was kind of cool. But most of them were just there for the hangout. Now look, if the hangout like blew up somehow or became like a viral spot, damn, I keep messing up. Then yes, he would have sold a bunch of hats and you know, clothes and stuff. Look at that, really big mess up right there. But you know, good luck with that. That's not an easy thing to do, and there's a large amount of luck involved. And you can't really run a business on just luck, so you only got so much time. Have you ever tried to incorporate LEDs in your work? Yes, but not in a long time, and probably not enough. I used to use like dollar store lights and stuff, and I mean, I probably have some in a box right there too, some other stuff. I'm probably going to start doing some more of that as I'm designing 3D prints, and I might design some specifically with that in mind, but we'll see. The thing I don't like about LEDs is they break. Like, the electronics break eventually, usually sooner rather than later. The battery runs out eventually, usually sooner rather than later. And everything is non-standard sizes made in China that, like, if you make a cavity for something and it breaks and you have to replace the light, it's sometimes specific. I just don't like things that break. But they do look very cool. We're gonna go for a red door, Ed? I think we are. I think we are. What's going on, Kenzo? Red door. Red door. Feel that. Made some 3D printed wall torches, got them all wired up, installed in the castle diorama, only to find out that I hadn't put enough resistance in it. First time I fired it up to see, and flash popping smoke. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, if you buy pre-made stuff too and fit them in there, which sometimes is a lot of guys that sell their dioramas do, is they'll do that. You know, they'll get those little cheap lights from Amazon and they'll fit them in there, and that's cool because they can replace them hopefully if something happens to them. But you know, these companies, a lot of them are fly by night. They make something for a little while, then they don't. And I don't know. The technology has come such a long way in comparison to what they used to use, but everything is so willy-nilly now. All right, box cannons, take care, man. And thank you. Coming along not too bad. Got my pajamas in. I need some new pajamas. That's what I need to buy. I really do. I used to have a couple of pairs. Some of them wore out, and I've been down to this one pair of pajama bottoms. I mean, it's Texas, so I really only wear them during the winter unless I'm on the stream. But it would be nice to have some new ones. look at this one for the color scheme. Slightly different size there. Even though using most of the same bits. Although most of the larger parts I didn't opt for using on the smaller one. So I don't know, I think they translated pretty good. Take care, Eduardo. Have a good night. Random bits bags would sell. I know. I don't like, what's the price point? What do you think? What price point do I shoot for? How much needs to be in there? It's kind of tedious making them, honestly, Farrad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can make... I mean, I guess I could just throw a ton more wood in there and just let it roll for hours on end. Cutting little tiny circles out over and over again is not the fastest activity on the laser cutter, you know, because it's very small, lots of cuts. It's way quicker doing crates or something like that where it's a bigger item. So it's kind of like one of those things where, like, it's a lot of wear and tear on the machine, and am I going to, like, how much could I really charge for these little tiny bits to make it, you know, worthwhile? I don't know. I gotta think about it. The bigger the bit, the less that's a factor. So doing, like, you know, like these parts right here, like the frames and stuff, that's not too bad. These little buttons, time consuming and a lot of wear and tear. Yeah. Tim Hortons in Canada. Bits became our donut holes. Yeah, what are those called? Munchkins in Dunkin' Donuts. $100? That's crazy town, Briscoe. There's no way I would cut enough stuff to make a $100 bag. I have one little 10-watt laser. I mean, that thing will blow up. I need it. I won't be able to make Helladope crates. Yeah, I'm thinking anything over $20 is going to be getting kind of a bit much. $5 bags or 20 bags. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a lot of wear on the machine. If I had a second laser cutter, I might not care that much. I'm just not sure that I could. Yeah. I mean, for the amount of wear on the machine to make $20 worth of bits, I could probably make $200 worth of something else if I was doing that. Or maybe $100 worth of something else. For, like, making greebles and selling them on eBay, it would probably be better for me to 3D print them. Screw the bags, we need more crates, right? It's definitely quite tedious, Kenzo. I mean, there's no doubt. When you try to, like it's hard to think about unless you go to do it. These little buttons, when they fall into the laser cutter, I can't pick them up with my hand. It's a nightmare. I'm sitting there trying to pick all these little onesie-twosies up and put them in this thing, and it usually takes me like 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, but it's a nightmare. And I'll get like 2 pieces of paper and try and scoop them, and they never all, yes, it's annoying. And I could just imagine doing a lot of them. And also, there's a lot of damage. I don't know if I have too many that are damaged in here because I picked through them, but yeah, there's a ton of them actually. Yeah, right here. You see, like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's scored on the back, so it's not perfect. So you couldn't really use that side of the button. But anyway, that went right in the paint. You have to use the other side of the button. And I would kind of probably not want to sell those. So I'd have to pick out all the defective ones. I don't know, man. Maybe. I like the idea of doing it. I just don't like the idea of doing it. Yeah, sure. I could do weapons and stuff like that. Honestly, I wouldn't try to sell the dots. Right. I'm just saying, like, if you try... I could do all the bigger shapes. They're a lot easier. And maybe I could do something like that. But if you look at most of my stuff, like, the small pieces make it. It's the dots. It's the bits and the dashes. Because you can configure them, and it just adds more detail. But, yeah, something to think about. Just the little screen frames and stuff. In different sizes. Okay. Oh, right there, I see part of what I wanted this for. I don't know, I kind of want to sell a few just because people keep asking, and I don't mind facilitating them making a diorama, right? Because they're seeing me make something and they want to make something similar because they get that idea in their head. And that's cool. Just as a money-making endeavor, I don't know if it's gonna... the juice would be worth the squeeze, so to say. Look like a dead bug, right? Doesn't seem lucrative. Yeah, exactly. It would be a bit of a whip. I mean, there's no assembly. That's nice. A lot of people do manhole covers, Fat Red. For a long time. Maybe not in 1/18. I'm kind of... I mean, honestly, I'm leaning towards things like the catwalk playset, or maybe finished pieces, or maybe even something like this. But 3D printed, you know, that I got to get on designing that stuff, which I'm, you know, like I said, I'm working on messing with Fusion, and I mean, I could do this in Tinkercad. Yeah, I hear you, Fat Red. Basketball goals. I know, hockey pucks. Basketball goals. Yeah, has someone done basketball goals? I mean, manhole covers and all that, that's very ACBA, right? There's been a lot of guys that have done some awesome stuff, but that's almost like the OG action figure diorama style stuff now. It's like that street corner, the alleyway, manhole covers, trash can, oil drum, pallet. Yeah, everyone does a garbage dumpster. I did one. I did a couple of them. I still have one though. Everyone does the brick wall. Everyone does like the warehouse dock. Where is that brush? There it is. Japanese Ani masks would be cool. I wouldn't be able to make them for figures though with FDM. It would be pretty hard. Maybe I could check that out. But I'm wanting to make props, Briscoe. Props, not so much figure accessories. I do not want to do resin printing if I can help it. So FDM printer. Although if I put the 2mm nozzle on there, it would be okay, probably, but it'll never be as sharp as resin with what's available right now. And yeah, I don't know. Oni Master Figures is cool though. That's a cool thought. I saw some files recently, and for full size ones, and I was thinking about printing some up. Oh, Canada. Sci-fi seems to be the dominant theme these days. HVAC units, yeah, there's a lot of guys doing AC. Although you don't usually see like the outdoor style heat pumps. It's usually like the city window blah 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 AC units. In Toy City, like Grime City was known for grimy real-world street scene 112 stuff, but when he branched out to 118, he went sci-fi. Is Grime City doing 118 now? District 3. I haven't checked this stuff out in a few years, actually, but I remember he was making some pretty cool stuff. But he does all resin printing, from what I remember. Resin printing, he does batches, and then he was a graffiti artist, so his paint apps were really good. Yeah, I'm thinking so, Ed, and I think that might be one of the next things I work on. I do want to make things that kind of tie into the catwalk, and this kind of doesn't. But maybe I can find a way that it does. It could definitely exist in the same world. I just don't want to squirrel out too much, but yeah, I think that's pretty good. In 1/12, I was thinking about doing a wall like this in 1/12, but when you start get to printing chunky bits, even just one wall section, it starts getting crazy, the amount of hours it takes to do it. So something smaller, like even something like just like this, man, I don't know, all the pieces. It's got to be like 10 or 12, maybe 10 hours. I don't know, I'd have to see. Just for this piece. And this wouldn't print in one piece. I'd probably print it like this, and it would have the wall, this, and part of this on here, and I would print this out multicolor, glue it on, and I would print this out multicolor and glue it on. And I wouldn't do an overhang like that because the support would make it sloppy, so I'd maybe just take this overhang piece off and keep it straight. How late are we getting? Oh man, it's almost 1 already. Wow. Can I keep my eyes open? Right on. That's the point of this stream, man. So, take care, Fat Red. Have a good night. Do a couple of different designs and let people world build, however. Yeah, I mean, that was the idea with the catwalk, pretty much. But while I was thinking about the catwalk before that, I mean, I think you remember, Ed, I'm pretty sure I showed you that wall section. And I was just going to do like sections where they could put it together. Now, if I'm really smart, I'll figure out a way to tie this in with the catwalk. Although the elevation of the walk, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure people are just going to do whatever they're going to do anyway. I've figured that out already, even just with crates, or even before that, I remember I built some dioramas. There were several different occasions that I made dioramas for people, and they just ripped them apart. Like, one guy, he just ripped... It was like some arches, it was on a wall, and he just ripped it to pieces and, you know, used the arches as a separate part and put plants in it, and it looked great. I mean, he just used it for props in a photo. So people will do what they're going to do. You'll get plenty of ideas once they get into other people's hands that you don't have in your head. Holy crap, Black Knight. What's going on, Black Knight? Haven't seen you here in a minute. You're here just in time for us to wrap up pretty soon, but not just yet. We've been doing some 1/18th scale sci-fi stuff, because I haven't done that in 1/18th yet, and I thought that would be kind of cool. I don't know, Ed. You think a red door? That red door is going to look wildly loud there. It'll probably look pretty good, though. It'll probably look pretty good, but definitely going to break things up a bit. Got off early, sweet. It's always nice. I think it'll pop. The red door master. I do like red doors. It's true. It's true. I mean, I have a... No, it's gray. It's a different gray. I say it's kind of close to this, but this is the actual blue gray. I don't know. Oh, I think it'll look okay. Yeah, it'll look all right. It might feel like I need to add red in somewhere else, though. Like maybe like up on this piece here or something like that. Might need a little red. Like right here, maybe might need red to balance it out. Because it'll be a different red than that. It'll be the cardinal red, which is a little more. You probably can't even tell. It's like a little more. I don't know. Muted, I guess. All right, Kenzo, take care, man. We're about to get out of here anyway. So it's 1:03. We've been going for 2 hours and 5 minutes. The Black Knight has showed up, which means it is definitely the end of the night. He comes in sometimes riding like the horseman of the apocalypse just before the end is nigh. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Everyone who showed up. Thank you especially to Troy, who gave a super chat. I do appreciate that. And hope everyone has a fantastic week and weekend. And what's that saying here? Is it a slider or regular tandoori? You could just add some design to it. You mean the door? I'll talk about it later. Anyway, everyone, take care and have a good week.